Laugh when you can, apologize when you should, and let go of the things you cannot change. It's a brand new week on Good Morning Abuja, and I'm Aisha Carisheri. With me is
Old way even said, like she said, laugh when you can because you have to start your day and your week on a good mood. Don't you think so, Aisha?
yeah, and we have something that will make them laugh.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You're welcome back from that break, and if you're still tuned to NTA, the program is Good Morning Abuja, and I tell you, you are in for a nice time as we bring you our first guests. I tell you, I'm in the studio with two beautiful sisters, and as the accolade goes with their structure, they are actually into beauty. And with me in the studio, I have on my immediate right is Sandra Ugochukwu Ugo. She's CEO Beauty by Sunsets. It sounds funny, right? Don't worry, she will explain it to us very much later. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you, man.
And on my far right is her sister. If you see, they're like twins, so the beauty here is just, I don't know, I don't know what to say. She's Ibezim Ugochukwu. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you, man.
I don't know, your parents will be so proud to have you as children because you lit up my studio. You're
Thank
welcome
you.
to the program.
Thank you very much.
First, Sunsets. What's Sunsets? Beauty by Sunsets.
Well, Sunsets is a combination of two names.
Okay.
One stand for my name, Sandra,
Okay.
and the S stand for success. What I wish for my business.
Oh.
I wish to be success.
You will.
So-
You will gain the success in every ramification.
Amen.
Then, when did all this start? Why did you choose beauty? I know you're a beautiful lady. Everybody you don't understand. But why beauty and when did you start?
Well, it started 2020. From
Okay.
2019, my mind is into beauty. I like taking care of myself more than anything. So when I finished in my university 2011, I served 2012 to 2013.
Okay.
And since after my service, I've been looking for white collar job. I've applied for so many places for no response, no avail. So at the point, I now sat down and said, what can I do? I cannot continue to be a housewife. I am married with 2 kids. I cannot continue to be a housewife. And I went into prayer. I was even scared at the beginning. I said, is this one not sin? Taking care of our outside
Yes, appearance.
appearance. So I now went into it. I did my training on spa services. I did my training on skincare. So that is how I went into it. And we opened 21st June 2021.
Oh.
That's when my company opened
Yeah.
officially.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So, you opened recently.
Yeah.
So, you're into skincare.
Yeah.
What do you intend to achieve? Your name is Success, definitely. So how do you intend to reach out to these women? Because there are spas everywhere. So what makes your own? What do you think makes yours special that women will actually want to?
Well, I aim to produce a quality product and services. I have this communication with my customers, a good communication, a relationship with them, and I produce a quality product. I fear God in everything I do. So yeah, I'm not that money conscious.
Okay.
In producing my product, I go for quality ingredients because organic skincare, organic is a skin friendly product.
Yes.
We
it's
use
not
a
harsh.
natural, it's not harsh. We use natural plant-based extract to produce our cream, soap, and the rest. So when I'm doing my production, I normally go to the best. I make sure I buy a quality product to make my product so that it will not go, my customer will not have any skin damage or any skin problem. You can use my product for as long as, okay, we are just 1 year plus.
Yes.
But there is no, I use my product, she use my product. And so many of my customers, I have not had that adverse reaction or somebody coming to tell me, see this one or stretch mark or green vein, or we don't have that, because this is my intention, to produce a quality product and services to my customers.
Beautiful. And I know from your the way you're speaking and the passion you have for it, definitely. You can't talk about skin without talking about makeup.
Yeah.
All of us here are wearing makeup.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
I know maybe my own is, you understand? But you see, the own is something else. That is what Ibeziem is into, makeup.
Yeah.
Your sister is skincare, and I like the way you are working together as sisters. That's why anything that has to do with family, it has a lasting impression, and it goes on for a long while.
Yeah.
You chose makeup. Did you go to school for it, or God just gave you the fingers? Why? How did you go into makeup?
Thank you very much. Just like the way she said, she's my elder sister. Right from the beginning, we are like twins.
You look like twins.
So as we married, as God may have it, so I was based in Abuja. She stayed area A, I say in area B. The twins relationship continued. Just the way she said, after graduation we went for service and no job at a time. So decided that government cannot give everybody job. We need to look for something doing, something good, something lucrative, you know. So we sat down just the way she said. We prayed together, and she went into organic. She had passion for it. Likewise, me, I like making people look more beautiful. That is it. Even when I was in school. So since then, a lot of people are coming. Even movie industry, we are partnering with them in terms of makeup.
Wow.
They are training in terms of acting, how to edit and how to do makeup. So they have youth empowerment, which we are partnering with them.
Okay.
So I have gone there, I have trained people for them in makeup session, and if you come to our shop, the same thing. So that is how
I like when you talk about this training, because I tell you, many girls, the same way you started, no job. And people have walked around the streets of Abuja. Then it's good to look inwards and see what has God dropped in me that I can actually use to my benefit. Then you mentioned the training. When was that, and what was the training about?
Into makeup. We train in spa. We also train. If you come to our shop, we have different sessions.
Okay.
We have skincare and spa. We train there. We also have makeup session. We have nails. We have salon. So in terms of makeup, which I'm explaining now, we have trained about, let me just summarize it, like 50 people since that last year to today.
Are you serious?
Yes, we have trained a lot of people, and we are still training. Even right now, we have session. Session is going on there.
I want to be a student. How do I come and register? Let me come and learn. Well, that's wonderful. Anybody that hears you speak now will actually have the passion to go into what they want to do. Skincare, whether you like it or not, the skin of a woman makes her beautiful.
Yes.
There's some occasions that even if you buy all the makeup, if you don't have a very good skin, like the way I'm looking at yours, you know, maybe the extra work needs to be done. These creams we use that have an effect on our skin. You are into organic. How will you convince me that maybe I'm using a particular cream that's been working for me? Then maybe in the long run I start having skin patches, and will it be safe to just cross over to organic immediately? What would you advise? You understand?
Thank you very much. I've come across all this. My skin is damaged. See what is happening is from. They will even tell me that it's organic, that did that to them. But I say, okay, we have different people. That is how everybody makes their own cream. So when it's gone for skin damage, I normally go for skin treatment. I prescribe a skin treatment product for you, which I made by myself. You will start from that skin corrector to correct your skin first before I dash you, because you know women, once they come, please, I want to glow. Some people will say, I want to be fair. Me now, naturally I'm dark in complexion, So, but I cannot just from dark to
Immediately
color.
go to
Immediately I would
yes.
start using whitening cream. So I always advise them, use the right product for your skin complexion and you will not have problem. Normally all my products I use original and quality ingredient to produce them. So
Yeah.
definitely you are not going to have a reaction, except maybe your skin type, because we have different skin type.
Yes.
Maybe your skin type does not suit this one. So if you have, if you come to my shop now, I have, like, when I come for skin lightening product,
Yes.
I have different types. When you come for skin whitening product, I have different types. So when I look at your skin, I know the one that you can go for.
Yeah.
So once I give you a right product, by even some people that order online, once you tell, please, what can I use? I say, please, can you do me a little video of yourself? Let me see how your skin is. Let me see your complexion, so I will know the right thing to give to you.
Wow.
So based on your question, when somebody is having a reaction and it comes, whether I should convince the person,
Yeah.
in that area, it depends on the reaction you're having already.
Okay.
Yeah, when I see that this is not something that I will just give you something to keep lightening up, I will give you a skin corrector product.
Okay.
Correct your skin first. I will advise them, please be patient. You cannot, it's when they are trying to, I want to white.
Exactly.
That is when they have problem.
Exactly.
But for now, please just use this corrector. Correct your skin first. Then after using this for like 4 weeks or 5 weeks, then you come back. Let me examine how your skin is. So by then, I will see that maybe the skin has regained its elasticity. Then I'll be able to, okay, use this one. This one will go well for you. So that's how I do it. And it has been working for them.
No, definitely. Because I see the way the stages you are going through. Like you said, you can't just jump from my color now.
Yeah.
I just jump to her color and without a reaction on the skin.
Yeah.
It's not possible. So it has to do with a gradual process. On a final note, both of you are going to give words of advice to women that are actually go into business like you, because some don't really know what it takes. They just see that somebody is glowing, is doing well in the business.
Yeah.
They will go and put money there. But the way yours is, it's like you study people
Yes.
before you actually. It's not just putting products on table, come and buy. It's a one-on-one relationship, and there's even a training that has to go with it. So what of advice? Let me start with you, sister, senior sister. Senior sister. What word of advice do you have to young ladies?
My advice to young ladies, just as I normally tell them when they come for training, first of all, I'll ask you, please, you have passion in this? Yes, I have passion in it. Okay. How I do my own training, I will explain everything to you. Skincare is not all about mixing cream, making your soap. When somebody come, what do you want? This one you give. You have to study people's skin. You have to study you have to have that relationship with people. I know so many of my customers, they will come and say, please, I just want to see you. I just want to see you. I just want to see you, because I don't just sell my product. I normally interact with them. So many of them will have even solved so many problems. They will come to buy cream and will end up solving other problems.
I like
you
that.
understand? So that relationship. So what I advise the youth is that when you wish to enter into a business, number one, you will have passion for that business. It is only when you have passion that you will go extra mile to know everything concerning that.
Yes.
Yeah, that is what I did.
Thank you so very much. On a very, let me say, like 2 sentences. Makeup, we know it's a big business now. Weddings, birthdays, come to my house and make me up. So if I want to start that kind of business, what is your word of encouragement to young ladies out there for the makeup business?
Okay, thank you so much. Just like the way my sister said, anything you are entering into, you must have passion. So if you want to enter makeup session, that is you want to learn in our makeup session, if you come, we advise you, first of all, you have passion, right? Then the next thing is what? Humbleness. Then the third thing there is that after makeup now is for you to start something. Like what I normally do after their graduation, I fix them in studio.
Okay.
Yes, we fix some of them. You know, these people that have studio.
Practical work.
They normally use makeup artists.
Yes.
So normally fix them, and some will retain. Like in each group you must have one person that is the highest among all of
Yes.
them. You retain them. That is another thing. So nobody
they
should
don't
stay
have-
at home.
if they don't have money to start
yes,
immediately.
nobody should stay at home these days. You
Yes,
need to
so-
go out and look for something.
Thank you so very much. You've heard it from two wonderful sisters. How everything started up and how they are moving up in their passion. They've told you word of advice. Don't just sit at home waiting for white collar jobs. God has deposited something in you that you can actually make use of and actually become better for you in the long run. So we go for a very short break. When we come back, the program continues.
Maybe we'll get when you sick.
Well, that's a little clip from Oguche, aka Oguche Kenneth, aka Sarkindaria. Well, I'm actually laughing and I'm eager to meet him because he's a comedian with a talent, something unique from what you know. Well, let's meet him. Welcome to the studio, sir.
Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome to the studio.
Thank you so
No,
much.
that name, Kenneth.
Oguche Kenneth,
Where are you from?
Kogi State, Nigeria.
I don't think so. I don't think it is. Because if you watch his skits, one kind of strong Hausa, accent that he does so well. Man, you have a talent that I don't think I've seen anywhere in Nigeria for a while.
Thank you
And
so much.
it's wonderful.
So,
Thank you so much.
Mr. Sarkindaria. And I'm laughing because I know what Sarkindaria means. So, why the name Sarkindaria in the first place?
Growing up as a kid, my mother always referred to me as a king. Yeah, so, and I always know I have this thing of making people laugh. I find it incomplete of me being in a place and then I see people frowning. So I like to just come. A statement should just change the whole perception of people, and so that makes me a king of laugh. So that's the name.
Sarkindaria.
Yes.
Beautiful and it's wonderful, and all those your skits that are actually out. Anybody that watches them, I tell you, even if you don't get money for pockets, you will burst out in laughter. So, why did you choose this kind of? I noticed some of your skits are, so let's say, satiric.
Yes.
You make people laugh, but give a message that this thing is happening.
Yes.
It has to change, but it's in a light mood. Why did you choose that form of comedy?
Well, to me, I feel the essence of comedy is to, probably curtail the ills of the society.
Yeah.
The things you feel they are not going well should be passed via laughing. We are in a society where people just hit you with the information too deep.
Hard.
Yes, and at some point you get tired of getting it too hard. But if the information is getting to you via the process of laughing, it is easy to say, as much as this thing is funny, but he made a
The
point.
message is being passed.
So you help the person relax and then get the information. That is why I love using satire. Why trying to do my own kind of comedy. So that's what I see comedy as.
Okay, and then
Yes.
another thing, let's get to know when you started, and then how long have you been in this industry?
And how has it been?
Well, I started comedy professionally 2014. Professionally.
Why?
Yes, but I've been doing underground comedy, while I was still in school, even from my secondary school days. But I just felt I needed to keep it on a low, waiting for me to get out of the higher institution, so it becomes a valid time for me to now explore it. Yes, because I feel once you have the academic background, good academic background rather, it will help you when you talk. People want to listen. So that has helped in shaping my comic activism. So I've always wanted to do comic activism, where I'm trying to make you laugh, touch on very topical issues like that, and that is what I'm doing now.
Most of your skits, I think you don't do it alone. Do you have a
Yes, I have a
crew?
band. Yes,
You have a
choir
so
band.
What do you call them?
Kwaro band.
So tell us about that, because I see them and they are so talented.
I think he has unique names, seriously.
So tell us about your crew. I noticed in your Kwaro band,
Yes.
you guys sing,
Yes.
they dance,
Yes.
there's comedy.
Yes.
You understand? So was it did you actually want this to happen, or you
Yes.
just saw it
Was it
happening?
deliberate?
Was it deliberate that
Yes.
you wanted say, because there's a guy that sings very like Michael Jackson. In so rest in peace. He sings like Michael Jackson. So was it a deliberate effort bringing all this together, or you just found yourselves
Yes,
creating?
it's a deliberate effort. I've always wanted to have, I don't call them guys, I call them my friends. I've always wanted to have friends that will share in the idea of comedy. I write music professionally,
Wow.
knowing that I don't have the kind of voice that will, put out those music.
Yeah.
So I rather would have people around that can deliver on those songs.
different
Yeah.
Yes. So because if you want to do everything, you might end up not.
Everything will fall
Yes,
apart. You
yes,
can't
yes.
sit,
But
yeah.
if you are writing and somebody is delivering it well, at the end of the day, there's still something you get in return. I mean, there are people who write music who don't sing.
Definitely.
So I wanted a situation where I can have a complete team, a producer that is very good,
Yeah.
a videographer,
Yeah.
an editor, somebody that if eventually we have to go for an event as Kwaro Band
Yeah.
to do stand-up comedy, I have in my crew. I mean, I did my last event in Abuja. We had our first major show in Abuja,
Yeah.
and yes, and so among my boys that performed, people will tell that they had the highlight of the night doing stand-up comedy, because we've always sit down to discuss trending issues. So they were bringing
Topics.
yes that were in trend,
Yeah.
and so if they had to come on stage to do spontaneous comedy, they had it.
easy,
It
yeah.
was they brought out their A game and all of that. So it means we've done well over time, and
Yeah.
the study and the research wasn't a waste and all of that. So I've always wanted to have this group of people that are good. When it comes to dancing, we do it well.
Yes.
If we want to sing, we know what we're doing
Yes.
because we study it. Yes, if it comes to acting, I mean, in the crew we have one of our members we call retired madman. He's a professional theater person.
Hear the name for crying out loud.
Yes, he was once mad, but now he's retired.
It was once mad.
Yes, so
Can you hear that?
it's a normal thing in Nigeria for somebody to be happy that he's mad. That's why when you walk around the street, you hear people say, "No, try me, I'm mad." Oh. So
That's wonderful.
so it's a
Where
retired.
are you guys based?
We're based in Abuja here, but
Oh.
yes,
So
but we travel. It's our
where do
hobby.
you see Kwaro Band with the Sarkin Daria and the Kwaro Band in the next 5 years?
I see Kwaro Band and the Serikin Daria brand in the next 5 years breaking grounds and
Yes,
outdoing our previous record.
Beautiful.
Yes, so
Because you are everywhere.
to
You
the
are,
high
you are,
level.
you are
Yes.
viral now.
Yes.
Everybody has you. I say I have 4 in my phone. If I'm so sad, I pick one and start to laugh. And then if you knock my door, I don't miss that. So before we let you go, we are going to switch
to
to
Serikin
Sarkin
Daria.
Daria.
Yes.
We have to show our audience.
Okay, people don't actually know that the Serikin Daria is just one part of my act. Before the Serikin Daria went viral,
Yeah.
I was known as Tekema. I can attempt to mimic plenty language, provided I love them and I want
What
to.
did you just call it?
Tekema.
Tekema. Yes.
No, wait, no, you have to translate for me.
Tekema is actually a team name.
He just has different.
Yes. So I'm a polyglot actually. I
Yeah.
have to speak different language.
But
and
are you
as
with
well.
your cap?
The
Sarkin Daria cap?
Yes, it's here.
Where's the costume?
we-
You want to-
I don't bring
For
it.
him to transform.
Yeah, so we want you to do a transformation for us.
Okay,
Let
from
us see Serikin Daria.
Ubuchekene to Serikin.
From Kenneth from Kogi State, I don't understand.
Okay, let me go to Kano now.
Please shift base.
Alright, I'm here with people that are seasoned broadcasters. As you see them, they are old in this work. I see them as this is Awolowo of broadcasting, and this is. My name is Serikin Daria, and I'm here. In what you mean the studio are my guests because Once I change to Serikin that I am the presenter and you are the guest. So nice having you. Let me know what's your
Crying out loud. I don't know how you do it. I don't know. I just want to say God has blessed you with a talent that
Thank you so
I don't
much.
think anybody has.
Thank you so
You are
much.
just special with what you do.
Thank you
And
so
I will
much.
advise you to hit more heights. And
Thank
I
you so
know,
much.
what do you call the group again?
Kwaro band.
Waro Band. I see them.
Then you're not ending with
I see them in Hollywood very soon. He said they will bust Hollywood gate.
I'm even laughing with tears in my eyes.
Thank you so much, Kenneth, for
Thank
being
you so
with us
much.
today.
It's been
I want to
wonderful having
say
you here.
I've always been your greatest fan, right from when I started
wow,
receiving your
pleasure.
videos
So thank you so
on
much.
my phone. I said one day, there we catch this boy. I have to open him up to see where all these things come from. And now I have seen it.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so
Thank
much.
you so
Thank you for
much.
having me.
It's wonderful
Aisha,
having you here.
it's okay.
I have tears in my eyes.
I mean,
tears
right
in
now I can just
life.
close the show and go. You know. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
being there.
Yeah, well,
This
we've been talking to Sarkin Daria and we're laughing so hard. Please try and find out what is in of you. As in, you need to bring it out, make people laugh, change the environment, change the situation. We'll take a short break and the program continues.
You're welcome back from the break. We have another interesting guest in the house today and a very interesting topic which concerns all the residents of Abuja because it has to do with our structure. Yes, the master plan. Everybody knows, those of you that know about the master plan know what it's about, but we want to educate our viewers that have no idea about it and how far it has gone. And with us in the studio today is a public affairs analyst. He is Dr. Ifedi Okwena. You're welcome to the studio, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Yes,
Morning,
sir.
sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's my pleasure.
Let's start by educating our viewers. What is the master plan all about?
Yeah, the master plan is a long-term dynamic planning document, giving you the conceptual layout that provides for future growth and development. One thing that there are some key in this definition, you see some key words there: long-term.
Yes.
2, dynamic. 3, planning document. If you now look at it, you find that for it to be a master plan, you must think of
The future.
future. And the designer of the master plan or designers is not one thing, something one person does.
Yes.
Always have a concept in mind of what they want to have. They now know that it's going to be dynamic because why it must change.
Yeah.
It's not just a document that is static, because what you have at the concept you have at the planning stage may change with the change in time, especially now that the world is changing very, very fast. If you know what happened between 2010 and now, see how fast the world has moved compared with what it had moved 100 years before 2010. So the implication means that a master plan must take this into consideration. If you don't have a master plan, you develop blindly. And that is why most of our old cities today that developed or evolved from village setting. You know, some of the cities of today evolved from a village setting.
Yes.
And in the old period, in the pre-colonial and colonial days, all you need to have is the house of the king
Exactly.
and the market next to the king's house, and every other thing start developing from it.
Yes.
That is the village setting. There is no planning for low income or high income or industrial or this, no. But in a modern city like FCT and most state capitals, you now say, okay, this is an area of land I'm planning for. This is the size. I want to have an area mapped out for the masses.
Okay.
I want an area where there should be market I want an area where the high income earners are going to stay. I want to have for industries. I want to have for churches and mosques, as the case may be. What do I think about the transportation? How do I navigate? Do I want a person from the low income class, that have so many, to travel miles before getting to the market? Or do I want them to just move in out of their house and next to into the market? Then if I want to site a mosque or a church, do I want people to move far away from where they get to? Well, so these are the things you put into your mind when you're designing a master plan of a place. And then and project that in what the population will be.
Exactly.
The first 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, as the case may be. So that you'll be able to plan well. If you look at, then be able to know population growth. How many percent, at what rate does the population increase? At times, that the national average may have between 2.2, 2.5, 2.8. Cities like Abuja has more.
Yeah.
So you have this at the back of your mind before you project that if I'm planning for a city of 500,000, and how will this city look like when it gets to the next 50 years? And for you to answer that question, you'll be able to say, this is the population I'm anticipating in the next 50 years. And how do I provide for that? The same thing with the utilities, electricity, pipe-borne water, all these things you have to put
how
it, and
does
then
the government handles all these changes?
Yeah, the government is always planning. The policy documents, plans are always put on the table. And when you design a master plan, the master plan is like a larger document. Then the government takes sectors. That's what we call sectorial plan.
Okay.
Under sectorial plan, so we're going to give them water. The Ministry of Water or Utilities Board will now say, okay, we have so and so volume of water serving these people this year and next year or in the next 5 years. After that, can it be enough? Can it sustain the population? Because the population will have increased. So they now plan and make arrangement to increase the water supply. The same thing with electricity, the same with road network, because if the houses are coming up, you need to put services in everywhere, solid waste management system, sewage management system, and the rest of it.
So these are the way forward.
The way forward, like that is exactly what we are saying now. Down, reaction time. Let us, as government of SHU, audit Abuja. Audit it and know the reality. Accommodate the ones that will accommodate. And make proposal, plan for, say, another 20 years. Because it will make for good traffic management.
Exactly.
Today, Abuja traffic is becoming chaotic because the situation in far north, the security challenges of this nation has brought implosion into Abuja.
Yes.
And for that, the managers of Abuja should know that the challenges are there. The population growth rate in Abuja is too high. And I don't know whether we participate in the World Cities Summit group.
Okay.
The major cities of the world always come together. The managers of cities of the world and do peer review. If you are doing that, by now our transport system will have changed. We shouldn't be using all sorts of transportation. We don't have even monorail. It's not like if you are going to the airport, there is no connection between the city to the airport. These are things that you do. It's just like even in Lagos, for instance, you are moving from MM1 to MM2. You find that you don't have, there's no way you can go. You can't go. You have to come out, enter a taxi, go fast all the traffic and go before you get to. But there should be a connection with a monorail. Even a monorail, it gets there, it is not turning. The back start moving. Whether it's just between that. So these are some of the things we should even be thinking as we move. But I know we should peer review with the other major cities of the world that have passed through this phase we are doing. Abuja is a wonderful city. The only thing is that all we need is to be able to manage it so that it doesn't get to haunt us as we go
So
through.
what's the advice to the public? I know a lot of infrastructures are being there in one places or the other, even though it's not easy for the people living at the satellite places. But then a little advice to everyone generally, how we should try and make the city it's a federal capital. So it should be a beautiful place.
Yeah, the issue is that it's just to ask people to take ownership. I know that when the cities are being planned, we may not have the idea of getting private developers developing estates.
Yes.
Now there are a lot of them out there. At times it's not interconnected. These estates are not interconnected to one another. Abuja was planned as a green city.
That is
A green city where, as you move, there's trees, there's flowers, there's walkways. That is the concept of old Abuja. Today, these layouts, these estates that are coming up, some of them don't have this into consideration.
Yes.
They are not putting this into consideration. They don't plant trees. There's no walkways. All they do is they just manage and put
the
the
houses.
road, and
Back to
put the
back
houses,
buildings.
and then at times the size of plots. When you look at the size of plots in Abuja those days, they have big plots.
Yeah.
But today, in some estates, they just have 450, 350 square meters, and that is the kind of houses we're having. So the developers, the government, the developers, and the residents should take this city as their own and know that if you kill it, the city will die like Lagos died.
Exactly.
And leading us to start tinkering for another capital. That it was the way we managed Lagos that led us to have Abuja. And we were lucky we had Abuja when the resources were there.
Exactly.
And we were able to develop Abuja, the phase, at least phase 1 and phase 2. Then today, the resources are not coming, not as we were before. So we can't manage to build a new city.
No,
All we need is to maintain the one we have.
Yes.
And the managers should, by now, I expect the municipal governments to be managing, refurbishing some of the old houses. Forget the fact that they privatize some of these houses.
Yes.
But the city planners must to know that municipal government should have powers over this area.
Exactly.
So that they can come repent, redesign at the expense of the owners.
Okay.
These are things that make a city. Some of the trees are becoming, have grown too big.
Yes.
They are becoming problem.
Yes.
City planners should cut some of these trees and replant another one. There should be the period for tree planting. They must make it mandatory that every person in the city should be planting a tree, at least one tree every year.
Yeah.
These are things that will make this city to look beautiful.
Yes.
I think these are some of the things.
Thank you so much, sir. We learned a lot from you today, and I'm sure everybody out there has learned a thing or two. Because, like you said, when I first came into Abuja, it was like I was in London. Anytime when I was in Benin, then if I come into Abuja, it's like I traveled to a different country altogether. Yes, so we really need to get back to that beat. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your.
My pleasure.
So we heard it all from Dr. Ifedi Okoina. He has said it all, and the structure of Abuja, the master plan, what it was meant for, and how it has ended up today. So please, let's work, if possible, personally, like you said, if it's industries, private industries have to work in sync with the government so that everything can come out the way it's supposed to be. Yes, we call for a break and we'll be right back. I'm so sad we have to leave. Aisha, I had fun on today's program. From the first guest on beauty.
And they're all talking about passion.
You understand? And
if you
sisters,
have it and you know what you want to be, I think you should be consistent.
Exactly. Then the very, very mad comedian I've been pursuing all my life. All I say, and there's something you said about them. When they are performing, they are gaga. When you meet them,
very calm. calm and collected.
You understand? And it was fun.
Yeah.
And our last guest, very, very nice one on Abuja Master Plan.
We get to know what the plan was
Yes.
and then how it's changing.
Exactly. And I just got to know that some structures are not supposed to be where they are. You know? It was all so much fun,
It
Aisha.
has been a wonderful episode of Good Morning Abuja, and we hope you join us same time, same station. I am Aisha Kari Sharif.
And I am Olu Ewuse. Have a lovely day.